about making a video on children, about kids. Okay, you see, the challenge itself, children are actually hard to manage, okay, hard to control as well. Hey guys, welcome back to this make your own video exercise. So as promised, we said that we will actually have a series of topics on weekly basis, and each of these week we will actually have one content, one topic that we will make a sample video. So based on a sample video, and we will actually share with you guys how can you make this video like such with the help of the framework that we have just mentioned in the last video. Well, this week the topic that we want to do is about making a video of your loved ones. Okay, it's more like for family. I think among so many topics, this is one of the most common one. Yeah. So if you have children, if you have kids, yes, that is really good that you also want to make a video about that, so that it's actually for memorable purpose. Okay, or you want to share with your friends and families as well, also can. So how can you actually use this framework so that you can also do a video like the sample as well? Wow, okay, how do you find it, guys? I think this really is really fantastic. Okay, so it was actually done by Rons. So well, give it a big round of applause. Okay, so I hope that today we are going to share with you a little bit more about this framework. So step by step, how can you apply it so that you can also make a video like the sample. Of course, before we go into the framework, there's also one more suggestion, one more tips to share with you about making a video on children, about kids. Okay, you see, the challenge itself, children are actually hard to manage, okay, hard to control as well. So first thing first, communications is really important. You do not rush into like, you really want to make this video and then start shooting. So what he tried was actually he will actually start to play with him first. Okay, so he gained his trust, he gained his comfortability, and then he actually really tell him what he's actually trying to do. So you'll be surprised. Children sometimes they can be very cooperative if you actually do your communication well. So this is some of the few tips that Ron shared. Okay, so on top of that, this is what I'm going to share with you about the framework. So let's talk about the first step in doing this video. The first step is always about finding a good reason why you want to make this video. It's really important though. Okay, you see, almost everything in life that we do, anything, always come with a motivation. So you see, doing video, especially shooting on the editing part as well, it can be tiring, it can be taxing as well, especially for those who actually are new, first time doing. It's really something not easy though, but if you have a good reason, okay, then it will actually help you to go through the whole process so much easier. At least you are happy about it when you're doing it, you are actually enjoying it. So it's really straightforward. Find a good reason why you want to make this video. Alright, then second point, the second step in this framework is to find a topic. Well, of course, this is really important because at the beginning of everything, it gives you a direction. Okay, so my suggestion here for finding a topic for first time, okay, or first few videos, pick something that is easy. Okay, and then make a short video, probably a minute maximum or maximum 2 minutes, that will do. Okay, try to keep it in one idea and one simple. So for example, in this video, so it's about Ethan's first unboxing of his toy. So that's the idea, that's the topic about this video, about him opening up his new toy. So it's so simple. Alright, then step number 3, you need to plan your shot first. Okay, that is really important, and probably within this whole framework, this is the most important part. Okay, what do we mean by you plan your shot? So this is a few tips that I can share with you. Number 1, okay, you see, The essential skills of making a good video, it's always about you making multiple shots, and multiple shots are short clips as well. You notice from this video, okay, it always like keep changing different shots, and then every single shot is probably a second or two. It's not that long. So this is what I want you to take away with you. Make multiple shots. Don't worry about how can you actually put it up together. When you come to the editing, it's not that hard. Tip number 2, okay, among your multiple shots, try to take it from different distance as well. As we always mention, people want to look at things from different distance. At one distance, I can actually see the whole picture. That's why we call a wide shot. Okay, I'll give people a context. Okay, I come closer, we call it to the medium shots. Okay, I see more details. I even probably can go even closer to see more details of it. Tip number 3. Apart from distance, you also need to have angles, okay? You get from top and low, side angle. We like to see things from different angles as well. So in this particular sample, notice that Ron's also is really good in finding a very special angle. It's whereby the angle of her children. Okay, sometimes when you're filming a children, we do not always look from being an adult from this angle. Try to stay low and then view from their angle. Okay, then you actually feel it more as well. You see how creatively actually he's used different angles, short clips to tell the whole story. Okay, last but not least, you also need to plan for an opening and a closing shot as well. That will make your video complete ready. And usually, when you do an opening shot, it's a wide shot usually, okay? And do your closing shot is also a wide shot. That's how it would not go wrong if you follow this one, okay? Then, yes, step number 4, it's where you start to do your shooting. When talk about tools, actually no other tools than just your hand. Okay, we always recommend new users, first time doing video, just use your hand as the best tools. We call it handheld. Okay, and then it's really fast, it's really flexible. Unless you are making a video like now, okay, I'm doing it alone, I really need to, I don't have no one to hold the camera for me, so I will need the tripod. Number 2, it's your camera settings. Okay, very easy. You just go to make sure your settings is always 1080p on the resolution. I know a lot of phone by default is always at the 1080p. That will fine. Okay, and number 3, you know your gear. That you can actually tap to focus or tap to lock focus, which is also a very useful tools or useful features that you need to use. Last but not least, while making the video, exposure is the most crucial part, play the most important role. Okay, for example, okay, you may not have like studio light and things like that with equipments, but make use of the natural light source. Just like now, I'm actually sit next to my window so that I actually can get the best, most natural light source from there. Even in this video, you notice that it's actually by the window. So that will really help to improve your quality of the video by a lot. Okay, so that's step number 4 about shooting. Alright, then step number 5, yes, finally you come to do the editing part. You see, it's really exciting because you have done your plan well, and then your shot will have done it well. So when it comes to editing, it's easy. So just a few tips for you. Number 1, file management is really important. So you probably have to take a lot of shots and then you need to group them into an album. File management makes you easier to locate the file when you do editing. Tip number 2, well, of course, you definitely need to have an app download on your phone, or you can even do it on your laptop also can. But my idea for you is do not stick to only one app to do your video editing. Try to explore more. Okay, most of the apps, they function the same, but probably the features wise is a little bit different. Okay, so try to explore more. In here, recommend you to use InShot, InShot, which is available on iPhone and also available on Android phones as well. So use that. It will also come with the music library is actually already available for you to use. Okay, and yes, another tip is about editing. When is the best timing you do the editing? It's always right after your shooting. Okay, don't wait too long. So do it while your mind is still fresh, and then you will find it so much easier to do it. Of course, don't worry, I know what you're thinking. Okay, wow, there's a lot of more details as well. I encourage you to make this video, post it, hashtag mobile filming school, hashtag make your own video, so that I could possibly find you. Okay, we will find a few lucky winners so that we can actually give them a free one-to-one training, I will say. So I will share them more details on how to do it. Okay, but of course, apart from this one, we also make a PDF framework in PDF. So you can actually follow the link below and then you can get a lot of information from there. Last step, step number 6, okay, you upload to the social media naturally, of course, right? So when uploading to the social media, one of the things that you need to be aware of, for example, like Facebook, they have this rendering mechanism. They may bring down the quality of your video. So my suggestion to you is, after you make the video in your phone, transfer it to your laptop and then you share it from there, then you are good to go. All right, and then remember, hashtag mobile filming school, hashtag make your own videos so that we can find you. So well, that's all about the 6 simple steps. Stay tuned with us. We will actually encourage another topic on next week. So last but not least, what are the things that you want to avoid? Okay, I encourage you to avoid, to fall back to the original way of how you do that video. Follow these steps one by one. Make an effort to follow these steps, and then you will see your video making is so much easier, so much faster, and so much better as well. Okay, then you become like a pro in making video with just your mobile phone. So well, okay, with this, and I'll see you next week and we sign off.